Okay, you ready? I'm going to put the countdown.
Pues habla mucho.
¿Yo?
Sí. I mean, I think that's pretty good.
The co-host today, Miss Sylvia Luna. Thank you for joining us, Sylvia.
Welcome.
Let's see the countdown started again. Oh, there we go. She's back. Miss Sylvia Luna. Okay. Thank you for joining us, Sylvia. Let's see the countdown started again. Are we on or not? Okay. Hello, everyone. Hi, Heather. Thanks for joining. Hi, Brenda. Are we on or not? Elizabeth, thanks for joining. Okay, yes, we're on. Okay, appreciate it. Hello, everyone. Hi, Heather. Thanks for. Okay. Well, thank you again for joining today. Today I pretty much just want to talk about who is PAnn Contreras, what do we do at PAnn Financial, what is Tia Talks about, and how we came about as far as, in existence for Tia Talks and so on and so forth. Tia Talks came about with Women Unlimited. Women Unlimited gives you and I the opportunity to experiment, to try new things, to get out of your comfort zone. And that's exactly what I'm doing with Tia Talks, as well as Sylvia, because we had never been on a podcast before, and now we are feeling more and more comfortable day by day, as things roll along, which would be the experience for anyone else who decided to try something new. It's always going to be hard, the first step. The second one, you're going to work out kinks. But at the third one, you start rolling. It might be slowly, but you start rolling along. And then before you know it, you're able to express and deliver more value than you ever thought you'd be able to.
And this is a new this is the new thing now. We have to evolve into what it is. Social media is huge right now, and that's basically the platform for many other things. And I know, as far as myself, that I'm older, it's a transition. It's a transition, but because we evolved, and like you said, we have no choice, but to do what, and it can be, very challenging at times, because walking into the unknown can be challenging, but I think that at the end, the more we do something, it just becomes easier and easier. So yeah, it is.
Yes. Push through those fears and just do it. Now, there's an opportunity for you to do the podcast on your own, or you could ask a buddy to do it with you. You don't have to be in the same line of business. You can be in different lines of business, and that only makes the conversation more interesting for the audience, especially if they're interested in whatever your topic is, because we all have different topics and we all bring different things to the table as far as information is concerned. Now, as far as Miss Luna and I are concerned, you've got a lot of experience, right? So if you want to know what it was for us, whatever it is that, that is going on, or the topic may be, we've probably been there, done that.
Yes.
So feel free to reach out. Now, Tia Talks is available to anyone in the Women Unlimited group who is interested in getting out and just letting us know who you are, what's your why, and who do you support. Because TIA stands for Transformando, Inspirando y Apoyando, which is transforming, inspiring, and supporting others. So we want to stick to that mission, which is, get those folks that need to, or that have a message that can inspire others to come out, because you never know, the person on the other side of the screen might be someone that's going through something that you went through, and possibly you might be able to help them. If you can help one person, that's a miracle in itself, because you don't even know the person on the other side of the screen, right? And believe it or not, you make a difference. You make a huge difference in the impact of that person's life. So I highly recommend, get out there, contact Brenda. I'm sure that the phone number is scrolling across, or will eventually scroll across the screen. Contact her. Between you and a friend, you'd split it, which would be $25 each for an hour, which honestly, for an experience like this, it's nothing. It's nothing. You fill up your car with a tank of gas for more than
a family, whatever.
Right, just the going out to dinner, right? And think of the huge impact that you can make in the life of someone, right? So take that leap. I highly recommend it, ladies. Take that leap. Now we also have the Men Unlimited, where now Women Unlimited is taking the men to podcasting as well, and supporting them in their businesses. So
that's exciting.
So if you know of a man that is an entrepreneur or in business and wants to get their message out, have them contact Brenda or Cat Brown as well, and they'll definitely reach out and get him to come out and share his story, and support others as well as we are here today. Now, Women Unlimited does bring you several workshops, and they also bring you several opportunities for you to expand your business, for you to learn. We've got some workshops coming up. I'll go ahead and start with on Sunday. On Sunday, we have one of our ladies in the group, Robin Coronado. She is actually holding a workshop for domestic violence. It's the title is "It's in Our Control to End." What is it? Coercive control.
It's in control to end coercive control.
Yeah, so it's regarding domestic violence. It's going to be at the Studio Alamo, the parish, 624 Buena Vista Street. You can reach out to us at Women Unlimited, and we can give you more information. But it's on my PAnn Contreras on Facebook. It's actually on my story, so you can scan the QR. Well, it's actually on the screen now. So you can scan the QR code, get more information. It is a free event. Maybe you are not interested, but maybe you know someone who may benefit from these resources, from all the information that they're going to give out that day. Again, it's free. Help someone out, share the information, and let's give folks that need this information to have access to it. So that's one on Sunday. And later on at 2:00, we've got a new podcast called Mean Talks. And that one is going to be brought to you by Charmene, again at 2:00, from 2 to 3. And she is an author and a nurse, and she's going to be bringing you a lot of valuable information, like how to be happy. Isn't there, there's not enough we can learn about steps on how to gain that inner happy. I mean, it's a choice, obviously, but any little tip that we can get, certainly helps us to become better people. Now, Miss Luna has an event coming up on Saturday, and that event is going to be from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. And Miss Luna is a counselor coming to us with several years. I think it's about 35 years of experience as a counselor. And she's bringing us these details, this workshop, to help us benefit our relationships. And she's only charging the Women Unlimited, is it half of $25? $25 per person. Also, the QR code is on the screen. Scan it, obtain more information. The $25 is for 2 people, per couple. So you will gain a lot of valuable information. It's not 1 hour to it's 3 hours. So it's plenty of information that you can get from a professional at a very, very discounted price. And Women Unlimited also has our headquarters now here at Center of Advanced Wellness. And we have offices for rent, and you've got the benefit of women coming in and out of this facility daily, which only helps prosper your business. We also have the shared co-space where you can pay $50 a month and have access to the facility to be able to hold a conference, or just if you need a conference room for an hour, one day or here, one day there, they definitely accommodate you with all that. Again, $50, it's a tank of gas. It's going out to eat with friends or with family, and you'll, get a lot of access to not only the networking part, but getting the opportunity to meet all these wonderful ladies that I've had the pleasure of meeting, and being able to coordinate and work well together, no matter what line of industry you're in. As far as Women Unlimited is concerned, we are here to collaborate and help each other. If you're in the same line of business, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to collaborate. We're human, adult, respectful individuals. So definitely, ladies, check us out. We are more than willing to help you advance your business. However, if you come on board and you sign up and you talk to no one, you like no one's, you just come in and put your ads, well, obviously there's not going to be any interaction because you're not interacting, right? Yes, we give you the welcome, but it's not up to us to lead you. It's up to us to help you. You have to reach out, let us know how we can help you. And the easiest way to reach out is to like, to comment, to share. And those that you do that for will do the same for you. And that's how you'll see, the elevation of your business becoming more and more. Now, you have access to over 10,000 women here at Women Unlimited. So it's not, a tiny percentage, it's a lot of women. And so if you are interested in growing your business, do that. Like, share, follow, conversate, join events, come on out on Thursday, Friday, and Saturdays. We're trying to do networking every day, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, during the times that we have the podcast. Today, our podcast started at noon, but in the future, it just depends on the calendar. It may start at 10, and then it won't end till 3. On Thursdays as well, it starts at 11, and then it won't end till 3 because we've got one podcast going after the other. And we've got folks out here networking, and then Brenda also comes out and starts doing videos for your business. Who else does that for you? Right? And so you have, again, access to all these people, and then the free commercials, the collaborations that come out. It's wonderful. I can't say more. I don't know what else I could say to let you know that it's definitely a great experience. I've seen the growth in myself and my business, just basically in building the relationships with the ladies, building the trust in between us, and them knowing that I am an advocate for you in the financial services industry. The advocate is someone who gains all the knowledge of the specific products so that you don't have to. And what I do is I'm the in-between you and over 200 insurance carriers. Those 200 insurance carriers all have different guidelines. They all have different rules where they decide who they're going to cover and who they're not. So me as an advocate, what I do is I learn what all these companies, what are their qualities, what are their dislikes, and then I can lead you better based on your goals and what it is that you want for the future. We definitely pride ourselves in being able to give America retirement that's tax-free and never-ending through annuities, indexed annuities. So reach out to PAnn Financial. It's PAnnFinancial.com. If you have a question, if you just want free information, that's what I'm here for. I don't charge a penny for my services. My services are free. The mission is to get the information out to America. Now, what you do with it, it's up to you. I am just the messenger and here to give you that information in hopes that you will take the step to financially protect your family. Because with the products that are available today, there's financial protection while you're alive. You don't have to wait for the inevitable, which is passing away, to be able to use your services. So again, reach out to PAnn Financial. We'll be happy to share more information with you. I just wanted to take this moment to elaborate a little bit on what it is I do, what PAnn is here to offer you, what Tia Talks is all about. Again, transformando, inspirando y apoyando. That's all we want to do. Give you the support that you need wherever it may be, if it's in the financial services industry or if it's in helping your business grow. And that's about it on that.
Well, I just want to kind of piggyback off of what you're saying. Is first of all, the Women Unlimited is definitely an empowering network. You know, a lot of people take that word lightly, empowerment, but it really is that feeling that you have here. I don't think I've ever been embraced and transitioned in such a place, because I do have, you know, in my profession as a service provider, I've been a social worker, a substance abuse counselor, therapist. I worked in many areas and fields. I work with the homeless. I work with battered women. I've taught the men who batter, teach at the jail, women. I've been therapy with the women who are in the battered women shelter. I work
Everyone's
with
going through
CPS,
something, right?
So in that process, that the finding an advocate or having somebody there for you when you're in a vulnerable state or when you don't know, it's always a good feeling. So, and having been in the service profession, and then I had a nonprofit for 10 years, where basically it was just giving and going and serving. What's different now in my life is the transition from going from having to give in everything to now having to charge for everything.
Right.
But it is a time in my life where, again, this goes to the empowerment, to being able to know that I'm at a time in my life where I have to value and understand what my worth is. And I do have worth. I do have worth in the sense that not necessarily as a self-esteem worth, even though that's something I definitely work to have all the time. I'm talking about as a professional, as somebody that can provide or give of my services. Just like you call yourself an advocate, you definitely are an advocate. Actually, I'm being serviced by her to try to help me and advocate for my husband and I to try to get what is in the best interest. I never knew about these things, and my son had never heard of it, even the bank working. So it's interesting to know, and this is what the empowerment is about. And it's the same way with myself and the transitioning into the business, and me having to go from a service. I'm still providing the service, but having to tweak it and saying, okay, now I'm a product. Now I'm a product, and now I got to sell the product.
Right.
Unfortunately, my product, you know, I see all the women. I look at everybody, the promotions. I'm like, wow, they're just phenomenal. Everybody, how they do this and how they learn how to do all that. I barely know how to post something on Facebook. I don't know how to do none of that stuff. I eventually plan on learning. But I look at that women and I'm like, wow, they're selling all these things. And I want to buy everything. I want to look at everything. But right now I can't do that. I have it on the shelf because I'm transitioning, trying to invest my monies appropriately. But it is a transition in life. And being in a place where you can be empowered and being in a place where you can feel that you can be yourself. As you mentioned, I see a lot of similar people selling makeup, people into health. I'm going to be doing counseling and coaching. I heard some coaching individuals. Now they're way more advanced than I am. I have no knowledge of how I'm going to transition a lot of my business aspect, but I'm going to learn, and I'm going to be around people who learn. Again, excuse me.
Or like one of the things that you mentioned was the fact that you're not very tech savvy. And here at Women Unlimited, we're not offering one, but 3 courses on how to help you become more comfortable with, you know, being able to post and what means what as far as, you know, the different social media applications.
And I would love to attend, but I can't because I work. So that's unfortunately, they're always.
Well, there's going to be some on Saturdays. I looked at it too.
But
yes.
isn't it like in a series 1, 2, 3?
I'm not
I thought
sure.
there
We'll need to
was.
ask the ladies, but I'm sure
I thought
we'll
it was
learn
in the
something,
series.
even if
Yeah.
we
So I have
go
to
to
look
one
at
and
my
not the other.
schedule. I have a calendar girl. You know,
Uh-huh.
unfortunately, sometimes I'm so busy I have to. You know, my husband has to schedule in his appointment.
Yes.
You know, it was so funny because now that I've been really transitioning into the business and working on this workshop tomorrow, and I've been busy because I go through these phases where I'm busy.
Uh-huh.
My husband was like, whenever you got time, you think that we can kind of go out and eat and go to the movies? And I'm like,
Her
oh
husband
my
needed an appointment for her.
God. I said, my husband wants a day. So then that told me and indicated to me that I haven't been paying attention to him. Maybe I'm in the same room, on the same house, but there was a need that he needed that. But he was able to voice it,
But at
right?
least he did, right?
He was able to voice it, and then I listened. See, I could have said, yeah, you know, I'll put it in. But the thing was, what I heard from him was, I need your attention.
Yes.
I need quality time. I haven't had it. I haven't need it. So I've got to, I said, whenever you want to meet, once a week, twice a week, I mean,
Let me put you on my calendar.
whatever you want, you know. And so, but, you know, it really made me feel good that he actually asked me for a date after 48 years, right?
Yes,
So that
that's
was
beautiful.
a date its own way.
Uh-huh.
But it's about relationships, going back to that. Going back to what we're going to talk about tomorrow in the workshops. It's about relationships. Now, a lot of times people want to have relationships, but they don't want to work at it.
Right.
So, like you mentioned, some people will say, hey, I want to join Women Unlimited, but just post all my stuff. Well, the motivation is not, it doesn't meet the mission and the vision of what Women Unlimited is.
Right.
It's not a platform to market.
Right.
It is an empowering. So, many of us here, like I see a lot of people selling the same products and, you know, this. And so, you know, it's gonna be eventually, I don't want to use the word competitive, but maybe the ability that people are gonna have choices to choose who they're gonna reach out for.
Right.
So, like, for example, I promote myself as a coach. I've heard several coaches. It's gonna be about who that person wants to reach out to.
Right.
Now, it's not going to be about, you know, well, they went to her competition, because that should not be the motivation. The way I see things and the way I try to do when I train people, I say, look, there's only one of me, one of me. So even if there's 1,000 coaching and counseling, no one can do it like me.
No.
Because there's only one of me. The same way like that. So you're going to be attracted to what meets your needs.
Right.
It's not personal.
It's business.
It's business. So there's the fine line. So you have the empowerment, you have the relationships, then you have the business. And I think that that relationship is going to expose several things in women.
Yes.
Because I've worked with women. I work with women, and let me tell you, the women are the most difficult to work with.
Yes.
Because women are outspoken, they're aggressive, they're challenging, they're competitive, they're sensitive, they talk, and all these dynamics of a woman, which is beautiful, but can also be a negative.
Right.
So the Women's Unlimited is going to squeeze you and pull out the best of you or the worst of you.
Right. And if it's the worst, block.
Yeah. If it's the worst, as you heard Brenda, you're out.
No tolerance. No. It's all about respect and support.
It has to be.
Zero tolerance for negative comments, trying to make yourself feel better by bringing someone else down. Right. Not tolerated here at all.
Right.
It's about growing and empowering. And like I said, if you come out there, start talking in way of communicating on comments, like, share, follow. People are good. That's what the mission of the whole thing, of the whole group is. So if they see it, you're doing it, we're doing it back. If they don't see it, how can they see you? You need to be seen.
Yeah.
And the only way to be seen is for you to go out there.
Yeah.
It's like a hi, like
Yeah.
a shrug, like
Yeah.
a nudge, they call it,
Yeah.
for them to know that, hey, I'm here, I see you, do you see me?
Exactly.
That's pretty much what you're saying.
Exactly.
Yeah, so.
And a lot of people don't have, maybe some people are very experienced and they're exposed. And then there's a lot of us that are coming with vulnerabilities. Like,
Mhm.
I can tell you, put me in front of 300 people, no problem.
Mhm.
But make me do this or put me and make me in a certain aspect of business. That's I'm learning. When it comes to the business part, like the whole logistics of the business, and like I said, going from I don't have a product to sell. I can't tell you. Hey, these are my shades.
Right.
But you're going to be attracted to what I have to say if there's something that will benefit you
Right.
or that will enhance you or that will lift you up. And that's the same way like in Women's Unlimited. There's going to be the social group that you're going to have fun with, but then there's going to be the ones you're going to connect with.
Right.
And that's very natural and very normal. That's part of the human dynamic. So that's one of the things that I love about Brenda and her vision is that it's about empowerment. I love the fact that right away you nip it in the bud and you know what, that's not going to exist.
Yeah.
And that's it. And because that's the way you keep something healthy. And it you don't lose that vision. And so that is one of the visions that I have with me transitioning from doing everything that a lot of the stuff that I was doing when I was out there in the community, offering my education, my training, and knowledge, and also as a minister that I go in faith communities. I want to take that now and offer the same thing, but try to do it in a way where I can make a living, and so I can leave my current job and move into completely. So that's going to take time. It's going to be a long-term goal. But and I'm gonna go as
it's like anything, even the podcast. It's one step, the next step, and then before you know, you're rolling. You got it.
Exactly. I would have never thought of myself doing this. Never, ever. But there goes to the risks. It's like I always tell people. There's a saying that I like to say: when you admire somebody and you see somebody, and you say, well, I wish what they had. Well, I can tell you, if you want to have what they've had, are you willing to do what they've done?
Right.
So a lot of times
people just look at the
rewards, but it takes a lot to get to where you're at. So it's a lot of work, a lot of investment. So that's where I am right now with my business, trying to right now it's just kind of being introduced. People are gonna be like, well, who's that lady, Sylvia? Well, does she really know stuff or does she not? Why am I gonna pay? Because I don't even know what she does. That's okay. That's where I'm at right now.
Right.
It doesn't surprise me. I'm not gonna get offended because I would be thinking the same way about you.
It's human nature.
It's human nature. It's human nature. Yeah. So that's gonna take time, and that's usually it's the same way here with relationships. I will offer what I can offer. Like I said, I don't have a product, but I got what I have. If anybody needs it, I'm willing to offer.
Experience and knowledge.
Sometimes,
what more you want.
Sometimes I can offer for free, and sometimes maybe not. I don't know. The same way, like it's like say, give me all your, I don't just want samples. I want the product. That's not gonna happen.
Yeah. No, it's not that easy.
So I'm really excited about tomorrow. I wanted to kick off
There's still time to sign up, guys.
Yes. I wanted to kick it off with a relationship because I'm really more into wanting to. A lot of my coaching is going to be primarily into inner healing, wounds. What I mean by wounds is the things that impacted us in the past that are affecting us today. And many times people will say, oh, no, I'm fine. Or a lot of the persona that you see in women, especially as women, because we learn how to live over an impression or vision that we think people want. It's tough being a woman in America. It's really very tough. And it's tough being a married woman in America or tough being in a relationship in America right now. Now, of course, because American culture is defined by a certain way. And things have changed from 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago to now. even the way the world views marriage, the way the world views relationships. I mean, now, relationships are about social media. Now it's like you do an application.
Yeah.
It used to
you
be
go on
about
one of those social network
and you
relationship
do an application.
apps. Yeah.
And then a lot of times, even in that application, there's a need to. It's a good thing. I'm not saying it's negative, but there's a need to. I want to look a little better, so I'm going to filter myself.
Right.
Because I want to make
Camouflage.
sure. It's like a picture that I have. The picture that I have, it's been a long time. I need to do an updated one, but you know what? I'm going to use what I have because I haven't had time to do it. It's been a long time. Somebody cut my hair really nice one time, and they did it, and they put that like a little filter on it, and it looked really pretty, and everybody said it looks pretty. So I've been using that one for everything. I'm like, okay, well, at least they get to see that person. That's not me. That's not the way I really look. I mean, it's similar, but it's not. But that's okay for now. I'll update it when I need
They'll
to.
recognize you.
But at the same time, that picture's not going to have any significance until you go and you hear what I have to say. Oh yeah, she really does. I did learn something about marriages.
Right.
Well, yeah, I did learn something about inner healing.
So is it marriages only or relationships in general?
It's relationships in general. So if you're a couple, you met, you think it's going in a direction, like I think I want to get serious, well then it's going to introduce concepts about that. If you're married and that fire has gone down, well, it's going to introduce concepts of what's going on, what's taking place in the marriage.
I'd add some wood to that fire.
I can add more to the fire, or what's going on.
Yes.
What's going on. I'm the kind of person that likes to do things and say, let's dissect this. What's going on?
Mm-hmm.
Let's break it down.
Yeah.
Why is it that you're saying and doing this? What is it? So the few sessions that I have is one, love communicates. It's just like relationships. Relationships communicate.
Right.
If you're in USA, relationships communicate, right? Mm-hmm. How do you know you're establishing a relationship? Because I'm taking time to look at your Facebook. We're trying to, as when I can, because we know it's impossible, because there's so many things going on here. I was be looking at everybody's podcast. It's almost impossible. I mean, because I have a very busy life, but I try as much the best that I can to invest in whatever I can, and then the ones that God's going to put in my life that I'm going to have a close relationship, then that's going to be my circle, as well as everybody has their circles. So, and I just started, so I don't know who's to come. Right. But it's a relationship. So in order for it to be an investment, I have to contribute too. Right. Because then it's not a relationship. Right. And so it's the same way as in a marriage. Why do some marriages succeed and others don't? Why do they start out really well as boyfriend and girlfriend, and all of a sudden they break up? But why does this happen? So that's going to be, love communicates in many ways. So that's going to be our first session. The second session is it's interrupted. Okay, my high, when you hold my hands, I don't feel nothing. So now the high's down, it's interrupted. So what interrupts? I'm going to use 3 individuals. One individual is Gary Chapman, that talks about languages, about love, and John Gottman, he's an expert in marriage. He's been a therapist for many, many years, but his research is done mostly on scientific stuff. So
statistics,
science. No, science. He actually did research with thousands and thousands of couples. I don't have the information exactly right now, and I don't have it memorized. But he had thousands of couples, and what he did, he created like a little house. And they were willing, one at a time, and they were all willing to go into that little home. And they were all willing to they would have things that would measure their pulse, measure their heart.
Like monitors?
Yeah, monitors. Even take urine samples. Wow. That the urine samples would be indicators of whether there's stress in there or when there's things. Wow. And measure it scientifically. So they would go in there, and all of a sudden, they would forget after a while that they were viewed. They had cameras everywhere, of course, except the bathrooms and stuff. They had cameras everywhere. So he was researching the whole dynamics of couples. And so he was able, and as a result of his years of research, he was able to determine that there's four, what he calls horsemen. You know, like the Bible calls the apocalypse, the ones that are going to totally destroy the earth and the world. Okay, he describes those.
Horse.
So we're going to talk about those. Those are the ones that are truly indicators, and those are actually taking care of your marriage may potentially be gone, or your relationship. Now, but there's going to be solutions to that. And then the last one, of course, Jay Shetty, he's a famous coach.
Oh, Jay Shetty, yes.
Yeah, he just recently wrote a book, and I really haven't, not too much, it's fairly new, but I'm going to just kind of go over some of the concepts in that book. Of course, even though it sounds like a lot, 3 hours is not a lot. Many of my workshops would take, we would have one session in just one. So it's really hard. I'm going to basically do boom, 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 boom. So I'm really not going to be able to do much, but
are they interactive, or do you get
some
them
of them
to do
are going
stuff?
to be, yeah, this can be interactive. Now, I'm not the kind of instructor that is going to push anybody, put anybody in a spot. That's not how I work. I like everything to be volunteer. And not everybody, I work like that because I don't like to be put in a spot myself. So my worldview is going to be what I'm going to give. What my worldview is, how I would want to be treated, and I don't like to be put in a spot if I don't feel comfortable. Right. But the fact that they're going to be there is going to be a sign that they're interested in learning. So that's a plus, and that's something that's exciting for me to know. Because we have a lot of factors involved in that. But so he's got a new book called 8 Rules of Love. I can't remember.
He used to be a monk, right?
Yes. He used to be a monk, and he's a coach, and this is about relationships. And now, because I'm a woman of faith, and my perspective is definitely more Christ-centered, but I am a believer that God gives everyone knowledge all around the world, right? And there's concepts that are wise. So you're going to take whatever wisdom that God puts in man all over the world and use it to implement what's going to work. So I'm excited. So that's going to be one. I am going to be hosting some in the next month, some women issue topics, and that's going to be things I'm going to offer. I'm going to have some free workshops for hopefully the Women Unlimited. Hopefully they'll show up for that one. They're free. And I'm going to have a workshop on women issues. I don't know yet.
You don't know the date yet, so they can
I
put it
don't
in
know the
there.
date yet,
Save
and
the
I
date.
don't know the topic yet. Y'all have an opportunity to throw in right now and let me know.
Oh yes, let her know if you want a specific topic.
What topics, and if I can get a consensus, and then I'll do that.
Okay.
But any kind of women issue you think would be good to talk about.
Give me some ideas of like what.
Let's say some women want to talk about toxic relationships. What about self-esteem, self-worth?
Boundaries, right?
Boundaries is one of the big ones. How to wounds.
How to heal all wounds. Yes.
Heal all wounds. In forgiveness. How do you forgive somebody that
leaving the past in the past
and
not bring it with you?
Because all of that is a process. Because see, we have 2 ways of processing. Going back to what I was saying about image.
Okay.
There's a part of you that I put that I have to put, because if I'm working as a businesswoman, I have this persona because this is who I am.
Right.
But who I am at home, or who I am with my friends, is a different story, right? So, but how much of it is, when you have to put yourself, some women struggle with just being authentic, just being themselves. It's nothing wrong with that. It's just that they never learned it. Maybe they've had to be competitive all their lives, or maybe, we were raised in certain homes. So we adopt those behaviors, and they interfere with our ability maybe to take that leap in this area and so forth. Or maybe we have trouble having relationships with women, or maybe our relationships even with women are superficial. Like some of the things that some women say, like I have 50 friends. Okay, well, define friends, because in reality, it's impossible to have 50 friends because the friend is a different relationship. No, and so and you're like, well, I've never had, because believe me, I've met a lot of women who never had close relationships,
Right.
and not because it's just that they don't know how. I
Yeah.
didn't know that, or they have relationships where they're being abused by the other woman, the stronger personality, they're being used, or
Yeah.
I don't know how to say no, or
Yeah.
she's being offensive to me, and all these kinds of things, and so all these different kinds of topics.
So shoot some in the
Yeah,
comments,
shoot some.
and she'll go ahead and gear her upcoming
Yeah.
events towards them, so we can start, taking charge of those challenges and become better, grow.
And a lot of times, we as women, it goes back to that. We're willing to take risks with makeup. We're willing to take risks with a lot of the things that are going out, the facials and things. We're willing to allow people to put chemicals in our body because we want to pursue a better exterior. But many times we don't put the same investment in the interior,
Right.
internal, the inside.
And that's what helps us grow the most.
Because the inside is the one that's going to help you overcome whatever comes from the outside. Because eventually all of this is going to fade. It's going to fade. It's not going to have the power it used to have. When we used to walk in, man, I remember when I was young, I'd walk in, people would look at me. Now I'm waddling in, and my grandchildren
But people are still looking at you.
they're still looking at me, but they're looking at me waddling. Like my grandchildren said, Mommy, why you walk like a penguin? I said, leave me alone, okay? But see, that's okay. See, I still do a grand entrance, but it's different. But the people that love me, the people that love me, that I have a relationship with, when I come in, they smile and they embrace me.
Right.
Not the waddler.
Right.
Not the, they embrace me. So, and that's because they love me. Even just the workshop tomorrow, I don't know how many people are going to come, and it doesn't matter to me whether it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 couples. I don't know. If one comes, you know what? We're pulling away chairs, and they're getting my undivided attention.
Yes, they're gonna get
the undivided attention. And so, but people love me because I've got people calling me because they know I can't physically do a lot of movement. I got people calling me, what do you need? I can go help, I'll be there. And I'm like, okay, so, hey, if they come and we have a, whatever but they're coming to help me. Why? I didn't offer them, I didn't ask them. They initiated that on their own.
Because they see, they want you to succeed.
Exactly, that's
help
empowerment,
yes.
Right? They see me, they know my vision, they know what I do, they know my worth.
Yes.
Because they've seen me. I've done ministry with them, I've done trainings with them, I've done workshops with them, I've done teaching with them. So they know my worth.
Yes.
But here at Women Unlimited, no one knows me yet, so I'm cultivating that.
Yes, and before you know it, everyone's gonna know you and your worth, and want to have those classes, workshops, more and more often, so we can grow faster. Because if there's like I mentioned earlier, if there's something that Sylvia and I bring to the table is experience.
Yes,
with a lot of
things. And body, mind, soul, and spirit. That's a component we're at.
Exactly.
And we're always nurturing, because I see a lot of that whole package here. I see a lot of people that have health. I see that they have a lot of physical. That's wonderful. I plan to get there eventually, because right now physically, but that's my goal. I look at the individuals that are here at Women's Unlimited that have that to offer me. But another thing we also have to do, I just say, just as this words of encouragement is we do have to be sensitive though when we do tell other people about certain things.
Yes.
Because sometimes, like for example, when I can't physically do a lot of stuff, sometimes I really can't physically do it. Yeah. It's not that I'm not. It's not that I'm not. And as far as like health, well, I mean, no one has to tell me I'm overweight. I have a mirror. So I know what I need to work on. But if you want to empower me, you empower me with where I'm at right now.
Right.
And that's one of the things I like to work with people. Where are you at? Because this person may not be in the same place that this person is, but this person may not be free to open up or to share. because I'm so focused on this person.
Right.
Because it's not easy for everybody to open up. It's not easy for everybody just to come and say, this is what I'm feeling. You know,
Right.
feelings, I tell you, if you tell someone, what are you feeling? Oh, I'm fine. You know, but specifically, what are you feeling? I'm okay. So, but what are you specifically feeling? What are you, it's real hard to conceptualize and to bring it down to the real specifics. Because we tend to just generally always talk with our head.
Right. And don't think about what you're gonna say before you say
Right,
it.
and sometimes it isn't. So it's a skill to learn how to be cautious. You know, it's a skill to learn how to empower. Because I see everybody, I see a lot of the women are like, you know, I want to go run with y'all and everything, and then I get up and like, oh, okay, I will run with you one day. I will do that with you one day. That's the empowering. There's a lot of women that I've reached out to. Some of the women that have reached out to me. Miss Salazar.
Yeah, Diana.
Yes, she's been. I haven't even bought her products, but yet she's embraced me,
Yes.
and I
She's
appreciate
wonderful.
that.
She's
I
wonderful.
appreciate that, you know, because those little things, little things, they don't come unnoticed.
Yeah.
And so. And so I do plan on buying her products. I'm just waiting on the money because I have to see. I'm a visual. But
I use her products.
I know. I just heard you bought some. That's what I wanted to
I actually became an associate with the company because I thought to myself, why not help a sister if I'm going to buy the products anyway? And not only will I get a percentage paid to me for doing nothing, right? But like if someone says, oh, I like your lipstick, well, go to my link tree. You know, the link's right there. Go grab it. And at the same time, you know, I'm helping her because she gets paid for whatever I sell. So it's like a train of helping.
Exactly. Exactly. So no, that's one of the things. And then, you know, with Robin, I haven't met her personally in person, but I've seen her, and I just said, hey, I can help you. She's embraced that. Okay, come talk. You know, sometimes by faith, because you know you don't know what you're getting either.
Right,
because,
right.
But if she don't know what that
Right. She doesn't
you
know
know,
you, like you said. You know, it's
but
new.
you take a step of faith and a leap of faith. But those kinds of things, you know, Maria, she's been working with my promoting and effort, so I appreciate that. You know, like I said, Brenda, I haven't had really got to know her, but I know her because of who she is, what she says, how she talks, the brief moments we've had. So I look forward to meeting a lot of you women, and hopefully you can tomorrow. That's fine. If not, there'll be others to come. But I know I'm preparing for tomorrow, and I look forward to it.
Great. Remember, the more events that you attend, the more people that you actually get to meet. I've met ladies that I've known online for years and had never met in person. And it wasn't because we planned to meet here. It just so happened that we were guided to the same space, you know, because we attract each other. Again, like you mentioned, you know, we're like-minded individuals, so we navigated towards the same spot because we see the growth, we see the potential, we see you know, everything that Women Unlimited is doing and how it's all positive. It's so positive that now we've got Men Unlimited.
Yeah.
Because they want some of that.
Let me tell you, because like I said, my I know that God showed me that when, because I teach Bible studies also, and the Lord showed me, He said that women, that's one of the reasons why the devil wanted to go to her, because women have the power of influence. And that's a gift.
Yeah.
Because boy, she influenced him.
Yeah, she sure did.
Now that's bad for us, but she influenced. So the power of influence is a gift that we have. The problem is that we don't use it all the time to edify or lift women. And that's one of the beautiful things about here at Women's Unlimited is that I see that lifting of women. And I'm excited to see who's going to be in my future circle. I don't know who you are out there, but I hope to plan to meet you guys soon, and I look forward to that.
That's awesome. Yeah, we look forward to you know, to learning more about what you bring to Women Unlimited with all your experience. And I mean, I haven't known you that long, and in the short amount of time that we have spoken, you know, I've learned a lot about how you can help the group. You know, you like you have shown me, you know, your expertise, and in the talks that we've had, you know, together on the podcast, your value is definitely shining. It's just a matter of us taking advantage
And I
of it.
want to give it away, like I told God, you know, one of the things also that I say, we each have so much to give, but we crush the potential because of other insecurities.
Right.
Well, I'm not a good speaker, or maybe I'm not pretty enough, or I don't know how to do this. But I have seen, you know, everybody has their gift. If they don't have, some people don't do well in the public forum. But let me tell you, you know, and I see all of us connected, and I see the video connection, and I say this all the time. I say, look, when you go to a restaurant, an elegant restaurant, or when you go to a bank that has marble shining, you admire it and you look at it, and you go to the restaurant and you're like, wow, when you get served like a queen. If people were not willing to clean your mess
Yeah.
and to serve you, you would never have that.
No.
Yet, those are the people that really are the ones that deserve the credit. I'm always an underdog person because I say the people that are willing to come and clean, there's a sense of entitlement sometimes, like, well, you know, I've earned this, or I have this, or I have status, but at the end of the day, you wouldn't have that if somebody didn't want to wash your sheets when you go to a motel, a hotel, and when you do, or serve you, and none of that nature. So we have to validate everybody and whatever they do.
Everybody brings worth to the table.
Everybody, no
it's
matter
just in
what.
a different.
It's in a different form. So we gotta appreciate each other no matter what, you know.
Definitely.
So learning how to do that is also in a way to change our mindset. You know, one of the other ways, that's another focus of mine, is definitely going to be mindset. You know, how you see the world, you know, is it working for you? Is that working for you in your relationships? Is it working for you in your self-esteem? Is it working for you as a person? You know, are you achieving your full potential? Or do you just have it sitting on the shelf and say that one day? And what's stopping you from doing that? No, so believe me, what I'm doing right now is scary. I'm very intimidated by women that have done coaching forever. I'm like, oh Lord, you know, here they go. They know what to say. I don't know what to say. But that's where God is directing me. I've been a therapist and I've been counseling, but that's another direction that I want to go. I still want to do that, but that's where I want to go. I want to do a lot of workshops and training. That's where I want to go now at this time in my life. So it can be very scary. You're gonna have no. I want to go with somebody that's a little more experienced. Wonderful. But if you want to say, well, someone may not have the experience, but I like what she's talking about, you're gonna go to me. It's like, how many of us go to a restaurant, a hole in the wall, like they call it, right? Everything's, you know, old and maybe, but they got the authentic Mexican food. And you're gonna go there.
Yes. For the
versus
food.
going anywhere that you're gonna pay for a $13 plate, because you're gonna go there because they made it like Lolita, like grandma made it, and
that's what I comfort.
That's where you're gonna go. Yeah. So that's the same way, you know. Yeah, maybe I may not right now have, you know, the fanciness of it, but it's gonna taste good.
It sure is. And we've got to take the first step to try to invest in ourselves and in our relationships and make a change. You know, there's so many torn relationships and so many people not investing in finding out the why of, you know, how can I make a difference to meet this person halfway and continue on. No, people just quit. They quit and they quit, and quitting. It's not. It doesn't help you grow.
Well, we are living in a microwave society, right? Yeah. It's you know, we're living in a fast-paced society. Yeah, I don't like this. Okay, you know, it used to be, you know, it depends what you value. Right now, people are living together, and that's the thing. Okay,
Yeah.
everybody's living together. But the same way they live together, they'll break up and go on to another. So, what is the reason that person is not committing? Where in their mind is a woman saying or a man saying that this value no longer exists? There's a reason why it no longer exists. Right?
Right.
There's a reason why they're turned off by the marriage
Right.
commitment.
And it's not gonna be just in this relationship. It's gonna go with you to the next one
Yeah.
and the next one, because you have to actually invest in your growth and learn as to what was the core reason for whatever did happen.
And sometimes, like tomorrow, they'll be talking about the women who are battered
Mm-hmm.
and the pain and the things that they suffer. But a lot of times, in working with somebody who has been through that,
Mm-hmm.
it takes a lot of work, because many times when you remove the person from the danger,
Mm-hmm.
the person who existed within the relationship is still there.
Right.
And that one may be uh, confused and mixed up, because if the woman was in a relationship, for example, when I was at the bottom woman show, this is the worst sadness that I ever experienced, was a woman who was there that had been married 50 years.
50 years. Okay.
And she was there
Uh-huh.
because her husband had left her for a younger woman. And that was heartbreaking to me. And so when I started working with her and counseling with her, and it was very heartbreaking to me, only
Mhm.
because it hurt me. It was very hard for me because, it was just because she's so, what is she going to do? She never knew how to write a check. She never knew how to pay a bill, and she never knew how to do anything.
Development is so
She
important.
never knew how to do any of that. So then we had that session, and she showed me the video, and she had a son.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And she played the son's recording.
Uh-huh.
When I heard the son recording, he was cussing at her, blaming her, telling her she had ruined the marriage. So what you could see have taken place was she's in an abusive relationship, but her son was mimicking the same relationship
As the
the
father
was. Mm-hmm. But the question is, what kept her in that relationship? Now, excuse me.
Bless you. Bless you.
The thing is that she was wounded.
Mm-hmm.
And so to unlearn that, she was going to require a lot of healing, a lot of therapy, a lot of things. But that's an extreme case, of course. But so when I would work with a woman who were bad, I said, let's talk about your pain and all of that, but let's also talk about what's going on, because if that doesn't get dealt with, you're going to find yourself again in the same relationship.
Mm-hmm.
The same common denominator with the last 3 guys that you were in that were hitting you,
Mm-hmm.
is because there's a common denominator, and that's not them.
And you attract them too,
That's
right?
not them. And it's more because so those are kind of things they're saying.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I might be an extreme.
Lots of value,
domestic violence,
definitely.
but it's the same thing with other people.
Mhm.
Who do you attract? You attract people that you're similar like.
Right. Well, I certainly look forward to. I know my husband's gonna have to work, but I'm gonna be here just to listen in and learn.
Just listen.
Because I am one that, the more I can learn, the better I feel
course.
and the better I am for others. One event that I know that we have coming up, which is today at, I believe it's at 6:30, we have got the cancer awareness event that Cap Brown is sponsor, or WUSA sponsoring for Cap Brown. And I believe they are still selling tickets at $45. It's sip and paint. So you will be getting wine, and you're going to get some hors d'oeuvres, and you're going to have the opportunity to paint yourself a little canvas, and take home a little memory. And at the same time, you're going to be helping Kat, who is supporting a couple of survivors. And this is Cancer Awareness Month. So anyone who can come out, doesn't have plans tonight, please reach out. I know that in the Women Unlimited, we have the QR code, and I'm sure Maria will probably put it up here on the screen shortly. Other than that, guys, we look forward to seeing you out in the networking arena Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Reach out to us if you can come. I'm also gonna start putting out RSVPs for the days that we will be here. So look out for them. These are free opportunities for you to get to meet the ladies, converse, and work on collaborating and growing your business. With all that being said, guys, thank you for your time today. Thank you for tuning in. And this is Tia Talks out.